Everybody, welcome in, Killian. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man? Thank you. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate being on the show.
Yeah. So, what's going on?
Yeah, man. I just wanted to ask you, why do you think, or why do you believe God is not real?
Well, I'm just not convinced. Are you convinced?
Well, I mean, if I'm not convinced, something exists, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, but it also doesn't mean that we should just assume that it does.
I agree, but you're the one that's saying it doesn't exist.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just not convinced.
Yeah, but you just agreed that that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So you're saying it doesn't exist, though.
Yeah, I mean, I can't prove it, but as far as I can see, there is no God.
So if you don't see something, it means it doesn't exist.
I mean, I can assume that unicorns don't exist as well.
Yeah, but we can trace that, to creation as far as like humans conjuring it up.
So
But
how
the
can you
God
prove that
concept,
unicorns are not real?
but the God concept is something that's
I
similar
know,
to
but
a
I want you to
logical
prove to me right
construct
now
that
that
can be
unicorns
derivative.
do not exist.
But I'm not claiming that. You're the one who's claiming God is not real. So can you slide the argument?
Yeah, but to me, God is as real as a unicorn.
Yeah, but I already gave you the symmetry breaker where we can trace that creation to fiction, and God, the concept, exists independently of Yahweh or Zeus. So
Sure,
that
but why
analogy
can't we
fails.
just, call God something else? Why not just call him a unicorn or a purple hippopotamus with chicken wings? I mean, why
I
don't
just
we
explained
just
to you.
make any ridiculous claim?
It's a
Why? I
conceptual
mean, why
derivation.
not this
It's a
juicy fruit
conceptual
gum
derivation
is
of
God?
existential
Prove to me
origins.
that this juicy fruit gum is not God.
Yeah, because we're not defining God that way. God is a
Sure,
statement
why not?
regarding
I
a
mean, why can't you
disembodied
define
mind
God as juicy fruit gum?
because it's a word meaning a particular concept and juicy fruit means something else. Now, if you want to use juicy fruit to mean God, I don't care, but the concept is still the same.
Yeah, but
So
you
you're
got to
saying
prove
that
to
doesn't
me that
exist.
this right here cannot be God.
Yeah, if you're saying that is God, then it doesn't accord with the concept. And you're saying concept
Why
doesn't
not?
exist in reality. So can you give me the argument?
Can I give you the argument against what?
Yeah, that God is not real, because you're the one that's making the claim. And I don't
Yeah, I
see you
mean,
justified in the claim.
are there things that you're not convinced of?
Yeah, but you agreed that doesn't mean they don't exist. So you're kind of contradicting
Sure,
yourself.
but I don't know. I don't know how to prove to you that things do not exist.
Well, then don't make the claim if you don't have the
I
substantiation.
can make the claim. There's a lot of things that I don't believe in.
Yeah, two dot. I didn't make that claim that it's only a concept.
No, I'm
I
but I'm
said God
I'm
is a
putting it in the
concept
same
that
category
attract
as
true God.
everything else that I'm not convinced of.
Yeah, but I already explained to you the difference between Santa Claus
So I
and
don't know how
unicorns.
we can prove
So
that
you don't
something
have
is
an
just not
argument.
there.
Well, if you
I
don't
mean, you got
have
to
that
prove that
proof, then
there's a
why are you
there there.
claiming it? Then why are you
You
claiming it
have
if
to
you don't
prove
have the
that there's
proof?
a there there.
If you don't have a substantiation, why are you claiming that it doesn't exist?
So do you believe in God?
That's a dodge. That's a question.
No, do you believe in God?
But that's a question, not an answer to
Okay,
me
but this is
asking
my channel,
you.
so answer the question, please.
So are you
Do you
conceding
believe
that
in
you
God?
cannot substantiate your claim that God is not real?
Um, do your ears work?
Excuse me.
Do
Yeah,
your
two
ears
dot.
work?
The argument doesn't fall apart because I didn't say that. My
Okay, but
straw
all
man
I
come
want you
up
to do
here
for me,
and try
because
to
you're
argue
on my
that.
channel, is just follow along, okay?
Can you just concede already
Does
and I
God
can talk
exist?
about God? Yeah, can you concede that
According to
God is
you,
not?
does God exist?
Just concede on your proposition and we can talk about my
No, you're
position.
conceding because you're
I'm not
refusing to
conceding. I
answer
didn't
the
make a
question.
claim. I didn't make a claim. You made a claim
I
God
don't
is not
care,
real.
but do you
Well, then you
believe
don't
that
care
God
about the
does
claims you
exist?
make. You just make claims willy nilly
I'm
and
just going to move on if
unsubstantiated.
you can't
Are you
follow
just going to
along.
run? Yeah, can you just concede that you don't have a direct substantiation on God is not
The
real and
only
you just
thing I
make
told you is
claims
that I'm
without
not convinced.
justification?
I don't know what your problem is.
So that means you don't believe God is not real. That means you're just an agnostic, which
I'm
is
not
fine.
convinced. I can't prove it to you either way
So why are you saying God is not real then?
because according to me, God is not real.
You just said you can't prove it either way. So you just believe stuff you can't prove and
But
substantiate?
nobody can prove anything.
What do you think prove means?
We don't have 100% knowledge of anything.
I didn't say 100%. I just said substantiate.
Okay,
You
man.
can't
But listen, in
substantiate
order to
a
have
basic
complete
claim.
knowledge of something,
Nobody
you would
said
have to
complete
have
knowledge.
100% knowledge.
Why are you moving
Okay,
to
we don't
goalposts?
have
Nobody said
100%
certainty.
knowledge of
Nobody said
anything.
anything about
All we
100%
can have
knowledge.
is ideas and theories.
All we can have is substantiation for propositions, and you haven't provided substantiation for
Sure,
the
I want you
proposition.
to substantiate
You
that
made the
God
claim.
is real.
You made the claim.
Are
but
you
I
willing to
didn't say
prove that God is real?
So keep crashing out into
Are you
comments.
willing to prove that God is real?
Are you willing to substantiate that God is not real because you made the claim?
Are you willing to
conceding?
prove that God is
Are you
real? I'm just going to
conceding
move
your
on.
claim? Are you
I'm going to ask
conceding?
you one more
So you're
time.
conceding.
You're going to make the
conceding.
choice to stay up
You're
here or not,
conceding.
okay?
Just concede.
The only way you're going to
Just
stay up
concede
here
on the
is
second.
if you can prove
Just
to me that
concede on
God
the
is
second
real.
prompt. Just concede on the second
All right,
prompt.
man. I'm going to move on. You have a
Thank
good
you
night,
for the
okay?
W. Thank
You can
for
live
the
in the
W.
comments.
Thank you for
I have no problem with that. All right. Just so everybody knows, okay? When you're up here, when I'm talking, I can't hear a single thing you say, okay? Because my mixer in my microphone drowns everything you say out. I think the audience can probably hear you, but I can't. So when I talk, the best thing for you to do is just to stay quiet. Okay? So if you want to have a conversation, I'm completely 100% okay with it. But you have to stay quiet because I'm not going to hear a single thing you say when I talk. And if I can observe that you're going to be hard-headed and difficult, then I'm just going to be a complete jerk and keep talking while you talk until I know you can listen. Okay? So if you want to come back up here, request back up. But I would suggest you just stay quiet while I talk. Okay? I would say that's fairly simple. All right, Killian, this is round 2, your second day in a row, okay?
So I just want
So
to
if
make
you want
sure.
to be up here, I have no problem with it. But if you heard me when you were down in the comments, you would hear that I cannot hear a single thing when I talk.
All right.
So I'm going to keep talking until I can see that you can stop talking.
Okay.
Okay? So are you willing to listen or not?
Yes. Can you concede on the second prompt?
Okay. All I want you to do is answer my questions.
Yeah, but you
I
made a
will
claim.
answer your questions when I'm done
You made the claim
getting
first.
my answers.
You
Okay?
made the claim first.
So I want you to answer my
But
question.
you made the claim first. Can you just
Can you
concede?
answer my question?
Yes, after you concede on the second
Okay.
prompt.
I am not going to concede because the only
you
thing
didn't
I'm
provide
telling
a
you is that I'm not
substantiation.
convinced that a God does exist, can exist, and is also real.
But
at
you're
the same
saying
time.
God is not real.
Okay?
That's a different
So
claim.
I want you to prove to me that
But you're
there is a
making
there
different
there.
claim.
Can you prove to me that there is a there there?
I'm not making a claim yet. Before that, please
All
concede.
right, man. Well, you're
Why are you
physically and
running?
mentally broken. I'm
Why
going
are
to
you
send you back
running?
to the comments,
Why?
and you can just live down there, okay? Just live in the comments. Congratulations. That's your new home.